Welcome to GPK Retro. This is just a little video. This is something we picked up recently. $7. We picked up 2 Game Boy games, original baseball for the black and white, and an unknown game. As you can see, the unknown game, this label is missing. It's severely yellowed. Both of these cartridges smell fairly heavily of smoke, so most likely that is what has yellowed this one cartridge. But we don't know the condition, we don't know what this game is, we don't know if either of them work. So we're going to plug them both in, see if we get anything out of them. If not, take them apart, give them a quick cleaning to see if we can get both of them working if they need to be. And then this one will require obviously a much heavier cleaning to try and get rid of some of the residue and the smell, potentially off this one as well. We will be using a Game Boy Advance SP to test them. Only reason being the video will show up slightly better on the light up screen to show you guys. So we will take the baseball. Looks relatively good. Slide it in and turn it on. And that shows the logo and boots up to the baseball screen. So looks like we may be pretty good. Huh. Yeah. Yep, everything appears to be working. No idea how to play the game, but it does appear to be working. The big question is, what is the mystery cartridge? Okay, so we got a bit of corruption, as you can see on the screen below the Game Boy. It probably won't boot up, so this does need a little bit of work. We'll just do an initial in and out, might be enough to rub the corrosion off, at least to get it booted up. There we go, shows the Nintendo logo. Oh, Tetris. This may be original Tetris. Yep, there we go. Original Tetris. Again, for $7, each of these games go online for about $7, so pretty much picked up a free game out of this. We already own Tetris, much better condition, so we'll see if we can clean this one up and potentially sell it for a few dollars. But we'll do a quick tear apart here to see what the insides of these are looking at. Okay, to get into these cartridges, you need what they call a Gamebit. I'll leave a link in the description. These are the ones that we got. They just fit into an existing socket set. Pretty much you'll need 2 different types depending on what you're opening. The 3.8 is the smaller that open most of the game cartridges, and then you also see a 4.5. This one is the one you'll use to get into most systems. Just give this a quick unscrew, and then the cartridge itself should slide upwards, or downwards if you're looking at the front. As you can see there, comparing, if it shows up on the camera, the orange gray versus the gray on the inside is the difference in how much it's yellowed on the outside. This one definitely, especially since the label's gone on it, this one may be a good test for a Retro Bright to see how well it de-ages the plastic on the outside. But generally inside the board looks pretty good. Tetris was such a simple game, there wasn't much to it. No batteries or anything else. Pretty much just a little bit of corrosion down here on the bottom of the pins. That's why it wasn't working when it first went in. So relatively simple to clean that up. What you're going to need is just a little bit of isopropyl alcohol. Higher percentage usually is the better, 70 to 90%. You don't want anything lower. You want the stuff where most of it will burn off. burn off, dry out, but it's one of the best things for getting the corrosion off without doing too much heavy scraping or anything on it. So we just get a little bit. In this case, I'm putting it on a toothbrush. And we just give it a good scrub. Pretty much all of that corrosion has come right off. You just get a small cloth. You can also use just an air can to blow off and dry it, but that's gotten rid of almost all of the corrosion on there. Sometimes I'll use isopropyl alcohol as well to clean part of the case. In this case, I think it's beyond that. So we won't go any further on this one, on the cleaning of the case. We may do that as a separate video, but pretty much that's it. Pop the cartridge back together. Drop in your small screw, and you're done. We'll just quickly tear apart baseball here, just to make sure everything is looking good inside this one. That one's very loose. Yeah, everything is looking good in here. Capacitors don't look bulged or anything else. Again, just a tiny bit of corrosion on the bottom of this board here. Give it a good scrub. And screwed back together. And there we go. $7, 2 Game Boy games, baseball, and Tetris. Thank you for watching, and look out for our next video